Debatably one of the biggest moments in Beast Games history. It was a big decision that really doesn't get shown in the show. Is cheating outwitting though? I don't know. I had every right to scam JC, and I want that coin more than anything in the world.
What's up, guys? It's Ava and Ivy, and today we have a very special guest who we know you recognize from Beast Game Season 2. We have Jim.
What's going on? Hey.
Jim, we are so glad to have you here. Super excited for this podcast. And I have to be honest, like, we've definitely rewatched these episodes and stuff. I feel like we have a parasocial friendship with you and Monika, like my close and personal friends, Jim and Monika, you know? So super excited about this.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Yeah.
And so before we jump into the episodes themselves, tell us a little bit more about your background and what got you cast onto Beast Games.
So my background, I'm from South Florida. I grew up playing football, running track. I was a lot faster when I was in college and stuff. Nowadays, I'm definitely not in that athletic state anymore. But I played football. I was a running back at the University of Rochester. I ran the 100-meter dash, the 60, and I at one point I was running like a 4:40 on like a laser time, which is like a really competitive sprinter's time. But other than my athletic background, I've always just been like a huge MrBeast fan. I was one of the guys who subscribed back in 2016. I have watched literally every single one of his videos. I've been following this dude for years. I'm a MrBeast 6000 fanboy at the end of the day. And I love Carl. I love Chandler. I love Jimmy. And I think something you see in the show is just that excitement of being there. I don't know how many of the people on Beast Games are actually like MrBeast fans from YouTube, especially going back to 2016. So I was like over the moon about being there. I was honestly way too excited about being there.
Me and Ivy going into the game, like in season 1, we were huge MrBeast fans. Like even running into the stadium in Vegas, we were losing our minds. Ivy almost got a concussion when she first met like some of the boys. So
she had a Katie moment. She had a Katie moment.
Yeah, I did. I was losing my mind meeting them.
Yeah. No, when I met Tyler Conklin, for me was like a big one because he's like, you don't really see him in front of the camera anymore. And back in the day, he was like always in front of the camera. Like I remember like Jimmy was in like a pool. He was like in a pool of slime for 24 hours. And like Tyler Conklin runs to McDonald's to go pick him up a pool heater. Like I remember stuff from these old videos. Right. So yeah, no, I love MrBeast. Like
that is so cool to hear because we definitely experienced that on season 1 where we were super excited to be there and we're big fans, but there's people who know nothing about MrBeast who are there. And so with my alliance in season 1, I was kind of like the encyclopedia of MrBeast. Like they'd be like, who's that guy? And I'm like, that's Tariq. He used to be the cameraman and now he's on camera. And like, just giving them all the lore of everybody. So, we definitely all three share that experience of fanning out on Beast Games.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you not be excited to be in that type of environment? Like no matter how much pressure's on you, it's just so fun to experience. And to think about the amount of people, like, yes, I guess he's had a lot of contestants on his videos before, but really not that many. So it's really a select group of people that are able to say we experienced that. So.
Yeah, I think our season, I don't know how many you guys have, but we had 430,000 applicants apply and only 200 got selected. And by the way, we didn't know. So when we showed up to the hotel in Vegas, we were like, okay, is there really 1,000 people here? Like, no way. Like we thought it was going to be like season 1 where there was 1,000 people. But they brought us all into a room and Klitz made the announcement. He's like, yeah, you guys, we have 100 smart people and 100 strong people. This is 200 folks. One of you's leaving with 5 million. And we were like, 1 in 200? Like, we're already in the top 200. Like, it took them like how many episodes to get there last season? Like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So kind of bouncing off of that and finding out what the situation was with 200 versus 2,000 in season 1, were you confident going in at that point, hearing that it was the 100 strongest and smartest people in the world?
Dude, like, I'm not going to lie, going into it, I was way overconfident. I thought I was going to be a beast. I was like, yeah, like, this is for me. Like, this is going to be a piece of cake. Like, I'm an athlete. Yeah, like, you know, I had that like football mentality, but nothing we do is like anywhere remotely in my skill house or skill, you know, arsenal. I don't know. It was like all body weight stuff and balance and like weird skills. And yeah, no, I gotta do things a couple times to get the hang of them. You know, I'm a slow learner and I don't pick stuff up naturally. And so every challenge we do, like I'm buns. Like I am actually like cheap everything. Except
That's so
flipping
funny.
cards. I'm actually nasty at flipping cards. I'm a great
There you
gambler.
go.
I'm a really good
Yeah.
gambler. Yeah. That's my one moment where I get to be the backpack. Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I was literally just gonna say. Like, it was funny seeing the memes of like Monica's just like carrying you for the season.
Yes. Yes. No, yeah, I embrace it. Like, yo, whatever, anything, bro. Anything to get further in competition. I don't care. Like if she's
Yeah.
carrying me, like she's carrying me. That's what it is, man. Yes, we're still here at the end of the day.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
And so I guess talking about Monika a little bit, I feel like it needs to be addressed. It's a huge part of your storyline. How did
Yes.
everything start with you guys? Like, let's clarify for the audience.
So going into when we showed up at Vegas, there was like a while where we were just like chilling at the hotel, running up Jimmy's tab on hotel food. But we were there was like lots of rain delays, like Las Vegas. I don't know if you watched the BTS, but there was like record-breaking rain in Las Vegas. So we were there for a while, at least a week and a half in Las Vegas, maybe two weeks in Las Vegas, because it was just we couldn't start the challenge. And in that time, there was nothing else to do. So I just started chatting up Monika. We went out to dinner where like Jimmy like flipped a coin and stuff and everybody got like $1,000. It was really dope. But after that dinner, Monika saw me and she's like, "Hey, your flannel's on backwards." And I was like, "I guess it is." And that got things going. That got things going. And we started talking and she asked to be my buddy on the bus going to the first challenge. And yeah, she's got a better memory than me. She could really unpack that whole thing. Yeah, it's a crazy environment to meet somebody, you know? It's really a crazy
Yeah.
environment. You're kind of trauma bonded. You are going through this wild experience of challenge after challenge. People are leaving. You don't know if this person that you're talking to, that you're starting to develop real feelings for, is gonna leave. And I know I'm yapping, but like I will say, after that second challenge, after Bluff, that's really where the feelings started to become real. Like when we first got to the city, it's puppy love, right? It's like it's cute, you know. But then after that second challenge, it started to feel like really real for me because we were split up for like 3 days. It's like they did balance one day, then they did balls, and then they did Bluff. There's like 3 whole days where I have no phone. I'm staying in a hotel in Wilmington waiting for waiting for Bluff. And I don't know if she's going to be in the city when I get back or not. You know, so when I see
Yeah.
her and I come back to the city, it's like, holy crap, like I've been missing this person. I've been wondering if this person is going to be there when I get back. And she is. And yeah, that was when I was like, okay, I love this person. Like we need to make this official. Like we're battery packing for the rest of our time here. Pretty much. That's what that was.
So in a
Wow.
way, like the separation solidified your feelings for her, making you want
Yeah.
to make it official.
Yeah. When I had that time away from
Yeah.
her, I had a little bit of time to reflect on like actually how I feel about this person. And yeah, 2 weeks is like a really short amount of time, like for sure. But when you have no phone and you have nothing to think about but this person, and you have only time to spend with this person, to me, I don't think it's a crazy short amount of time. I don't think we ever even thought about how short it was.
Right. And it's so like different than the real world, you know, in a way that like completely makes sense. Like you're right, you are trauma bonded with these people. It's such a different, and nobody can really understand unless they've experienced something like that.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
But following that, was there any part of you that like you're still in a game, you know, there's still strategy here. Were you ever worried that maybe this was all strategy on her end, or did you just feel 100% confident?
I was never worried about that. I was never worried about that. There was people that tried to convince me that Monika was like going to scheme on me somehow and get me to do, things that I otherwise wouldn't. No, I could tell she was being genuine. I could feel it. I think I have a pretty good intuition when it comes to that kind of thing. And maybe that's what helped me get further in the competition, honestly.
Yeah. There
There
you
were
go.
moments in the competition where I was like not crazy about sticking with Monika. There were like the obstacle course, like I did not believe in that team. I did not believe in the team I was on. I was like, we're done for. And then I turned out to be the one. but like I'm like, yo, we got JC. Like, I'm the only strong guy here. Like, are we for real? Like, if this is a truck pull like last season, we're cooked. Like, this is not good. And then they said obstacle course, and I got a little bit more faith. But yeah, I was going to be on Colby's team. Like, I was really tight with Colby and Mitch. Like, those were my boys. And so it was a big decision that really doesn't get shown in the show of me choosing to be on this team with Monika instead of that team with Colby and Mitch. So yeah, sticking with her really was a good idea there.
Yeah, geez. Yeah, it's crazy how one single decision can really change the entire outcome of your game. So yeah, I guess you have Monika to thank for that though, for sticking with her.
Yo, these games, like if just a couple people don't get eliminated, the whole game's changed. Like I swear, I think the obstacle course is really where the game changes. I think it's that obstacle course. Because so many amazing competitors, Mitch and Colby, those guys, they were beasts, bro. They actually could have done something unreal. And then Vance and the Cubes, like things change quickly. You know, that top group starts to work itself out.
Yeah, it's crazy to just follow the storylines there. And obviously we do want to dive a lot more into the deeper episodes 4 and 5 because that's when big moments happen. But right before talking about episode 1, my last question about Monika would be if she would have went home, let's say episode 2, do you think your game would be entirely different? Because in a way, you don't have someone that you're putting in front of yourself. Would your strategy be a lot different there?
My game would have been way different. I think the way you play the games when you have somebody else you're kind of battery packing with, it changes significantly. You know, you're faced with a lot of tough decisions in the games, right? Should I go up on the tower and rip the million? Should I lie to these people? Should I cheat in a game? You know, you're faced with all of these things. And so maybe I would be more inclined to go and do something like that. I don't know. But having Monika, I think made me always be like, okay, I have to make sure Monika gets as far as she can as well. So there was a lot that I was willing to forego. I was willing to change my gameplay, and really just lock in with her and just say, look, I'm going to try to push you as far as you can go, and you try to push me as far as I can go. And that's all we could do for each other.
And did you feel like you had an alliance with you guys, or was it more so you guys are a duo and there's other alliances outside of you? Like, how was that dynamic, I guess?
Yeah, we had our team from the obstacle course, and those course teams it was a genius challenge on their part, a group of 5 like that, because those groups of 5 really just like set in stone who your friends are. Who is with you on the obstacle course? Those are the alliances. For viewers watching the show, those are your alliances. Like that's who we're with. And so mine was Monika, Hannah, Katie, and JC. But even within that alliance, for me, it was Monika, right? It's like, these are my friends. These are the people I should be able to trust. But at the end of the day, the one I'm really riding for is Monika. And I knew Hannah and Katie had a similar thing. Hannah and Katie, you know, for Katie, it's the one she's really riding for is Hannah. And Hannah, it's the same vice versa with Katie. And JC was like kind of more me and Monika's boy, I feel like, because we talked to him a whole bunch. But yeah, it was really like kind of an alliance of duos.
Interesting. That's cool to hear that
It was like
dynamic.
the motive, right? Hannah wants to push Katie forward. I want to push Monika forward. And so that alliance it's an alliance of motives more than anything else. Yeah, that becomes really relevant later on.
Okay.
That becomes really relevant later on. Yeah.
All right.
Now, kind of wrapping back to episode 1, going off JC and kind of seeing your relationship develop with JC. When you originally saw the OGs returning, what was your reaction? I know in the show we saw your crazy face.
More money! Dude, the more money thing, the more money meme was hilarious.
Oh my
So
God.
The more money meme? Yes.
That cracked
So
me
like,
up.
I don't
yeah.
know. I think I have a way of just like dealing with stress with humor. I make jokes out of like everything. And so I didn't trust JC. I did not trust JC, but I was always making a joke out of it. And when I got to know him more seriously, I started to see that JC was really there trying to redeem himself, redeem his reputation. And that's a big reason why I broke down like that in the cubes, because after winning that card game, like I felt so sad that this person's story might get cut short because, you know, I won the game. And I can't sacrifice, you know, myself for, you know, just because, you know, I gotta look out for myself at the end of the day. But he was there for his redemption arc.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear. And I definitely want to. Okay, I'm just curious. I'm jumping around a little bit. But I remember when y'all were picking the teams, I think you said that you did not want JC on your team. You didn't trust him. At what point did that change for you where you were like, okay, this is my boy?
I think the way he approached the obstacle course, they really like don't show enough of like our bond with JC. Our bond with JC was like he would hold everybody's hand before the obstacles course, and we would do like this pulse chain. So we'd be standing and we're just all holding hands in a circle and we're just pulsing. He's like, everybody get together and pulse. Everybody pulse. And we do it before the obstacle course. We do it before the captain's bribe. Like, I don't know. He was like almost like spiritually bonding our team. And
Yeah.
so I feel like I started to like develop a lot of trust for him because he was just showing that he was just all about the team and all about our bond. And he needed people he could trust in the game as well. And we could
Right.
kind of recognize that. And once I heard his story and I heard what he's really there for, he wasn't thinking about money that much. At least we're all thinking about money, but he wasn't thinking about, that wasn't his primary objective. His primary objective, he wanted to redeem his character. And that's a pretty noble cause, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why it's interesting, like, looking back at the reveal, who did you perceive as the biggest threat out of the 10 OGs?
It's hard to say that because when I started playing the games with them and when I saw that they were coming into the games, I didn't, my initial thought wasn't these guys are threatening to me. My initial thought was these guys have something that I could, you know, I could use. These guys have knowledge. These guys have applied practice. You know that some of these guys who made it to the top 10, the final 2 even, you know, they can work really well under pressure. They can handle pressure. They have proved success under pressure that people standing next to me don't. So I was like, Jeff would make an amazing ally. The closer I could get to Jeff, the better. The closer I could get to Akira, right? Better. Those are guys who have proven success under pressure, and those were guys that I wanted to bring into my alliance. And then we ended up with JC.
Yeah,
No, we got the
crazy
winner.
twist there.
We got the island winner. We got Kareem,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and we have JC.
Yeah.
We end up with JC. Because imagine that. At one point in the competition, there was only Jeff, Mia, and JC. You have the winner,
Yep.
the island winner, and the guy who ripped 650. We end up with
Yeah.
the guy who ripped 650. Like, I'm looking at this like, this is ridiculous, bro.
Funny. It's just so crazy how that ended up happening too. Like, besides Gage, those are the people who won the most money in season 1. Like, that's insane. What are the odds?
I couldn't even believe it.
Well, so now, I guess, if we're following the timeline, the OGs are in the game, and it's time to choose which challenge you want to do. You and Monika choosing 2 different challenges, was that strategic, or did it just kind of happen?
It was strategic. I, you know, when they laid out what the games were in that second challenge, I'm looking at balls and I see Nick, August, you know, and all those boys, Josh. I see them in there and they're looking at me like, yeah, buddy, why don't you come over here to balls, see what happens, right? I know I'm the first target. I know they're gunning for me. Yeah, I'm not doing that. You guys are good. Have fun in there. I would love to play dodgeball, not with y'all.
Why are they coming after you though? Like, why did you feel like they would attack you?
I think in Beast games, like if you're kind of a loud personality, like you can see me. Like I'm a very visual person. Like there's 100 people there. Yeah, you really notice, Jim. I stick out like a sore thumb. I have a relationship with a girl on the show. I am, the cameras are on me like all the time. Like it's yeah, like I stuck out like a sore thumb. And so I think you're in those games, you're really just looking for any reason to justify targeting someone, and they were definitely like eyeballing me, like, come over here. I think Josh, even before balls, he looked over at me when I chose Bluff and he goes, "Hey Jim, smile, you're going home, buddy." And I was like,
Wow.
like, I'm glad I didn't go over there.
dang.
Like I made the right decision.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, I wasn't going to balls. Balance, no way. I cannot. I see them doing there's the guy, didn't even show this. There's a guy doing handstand push-ups in balance. I think they did show it actually. He's doing handstand push-ups in
Yeah,
balance.
that's crazy.
They're ripping splits. They're doing like gymnastics moves in the balance thing. Meanwhile, it's a scale, So I wasn't going there. And blocks, we just saw a block challenge, and I've been, like I said, watching Beast videos for years. A lot of block challenges on the Beast channel. I want nothing to do with any of them. So I was like, you know what? If this is just some kind of briefcase situation where, like in the Jet video where they bring out, they say jump or, eliminated, I'll go. I'll tell the truth. And because I feel like a lot of people think I would lie. And yeah. And I chose Bluff, and it turned out to be pure chance. My specialty.
Yeah. Did you ever consider, like we saw from the edit, like the Bluff challenge didn't have a lot of bluffing. Did you ever consider starting to lie to people?
No.
Okay.
And so the way Bluff worked was like, it's a game of rounds. And so the second one of us lies, who are they targeting the next round? That guy. The game of Bluff only works if multiple people lie at the same time. And so nobody wanted to be caught in that situation where they were the only one who lied. Because the next round, nobody's going to tell you their color. They're going to say, hey, this guy lied. Don't tell him his color. We're all just going to mute. So no, I was not doing it.
Okay.
If you got out because of like the chance pick though, would you have regretted not trying to do anything or no?
I would have regretted it for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So glad.
Thank
glad
God.
that wasn't your time.
The box of fate.
Oh my
Holy
gosh,
crap.
Yeah. It sucks leaving up to chance,
Holy
but
crap.
sometimes you just like don't have an option, dude. Like you just don't want to be the one to lie because you're putting a target on your back. And from what you've been saying, like there already kind of is a target on your back just for being you.
I'm definitely out if I do that. I'm definitely out if I lie to somebody. And if I don't, I at least have a chance. So I'll take the chance.
Yeah.
That was my thought. I was like, all right, whatever.
And that's like, I guess, kind of phasing into episode 3 and seeing the team dynamics roll out. Obviously, we saw a lot of the drama in the show, but was there anything that wasn't shown? Because from what I remember, you got called out by Jimmy being like, oh, so you want to go against the all-girls team. And I thought that was very interesting because it's like you're literally your number one ally is a girl. So it's like, is he really targeting girls?
Yeah, I'm on a team with 3 girls. So you know what I mean? Like is it really that big of a deal if I want to go against an all girls team? Like I don't think so. But it wasn't even that. It was like Team 10 just looked like a team we could beat in an obstacle course. I think they had like 3 smart girls on that team and like 2 strong girls, and like one of them was like 5'1". Like, yeah, I don't know, if you're picking a team to go against in an obstacle course and your life is on the line, you're probably going to want to go for that one. And I think that message was like taken as, oh, he wants to go against an all girls team. Like, no, I want to go against that team that happens to have all girls on it. And then the other all girls team full of these like you got Sydney, buff out of her mind. You got Nikki, buff out of her mind. You have like some like Wonder Woman looking girls on this team. They call out and they're like, yeah, Jim, we heard you want an all girls team. And I'm not you. I wanted those guys. So that was kind of hilarious. I didn't take it any kind of way, but that was kind of hilarious. And then I fell. So.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
So then I guess, should we talk about the bribe? So you get back from the obstacle course. Did you have complete confidence in Hannah going up there, or were you nervous? What was your mindset
I
with
had
that?
complete confidence in Hannah. I didn't have any doubt in my mind that Hannah was gonna go up there and take it. Hannah, if you know her, she is like the most loving, most compassionate, sweetest person probably there. And so to me, I was just like, yeah, this is an easy decision. JC really wanted to go up there though.
Oh my God.
There's no
Yeah,
way you would
we
have
played
let him.
into that. We like pushed him
Yeah.
back. Yeah, no, we played into it, but no, we were chilling. Like we were good.
Did you suspect someone else would take it?
I think JT would have been, out of everybody there, right? JT would have been the person most likely to take it. JT had been talking about having to go back to the police academy in like a week. He was like, I can't even be here right now. Like, I got to train a whole class of cadets. Like, there's no way. And so when that team put him up there, we were just like, bro, like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you for real right now? And he was working with his boy John in that team to get up there. The two of them, I think they just strong-armed the other guys and were like, yep, nope, we're putting JT up there. That's what it is. He saved us on the obstacle course, so he's going. But like, to me, it was like, Mia's a millionaire? What are we doing, guys? 900K after taxes in the bank account, at least, if she, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell? So but of the people up there, I think Nick was also a pretty good bet to take it. I mean, Nick says he told everybody multiple times that he doesn't come from much. He has kind of a rough upbringing. And so to me, if anybody was going to be the most justified in taking it, I think it would be Nick. Like he had the strongest incentive for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear like the information that you knew about JT and how he was saying like he had to be home. I wonder if the guys on his team knew that or have heard that around the city. I don't know, because that would have immediately thrown me off too, because that was just like in season 1. People were like, I got to be at school in a week, so if there's a bribe, I'm taking it. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to lie myself with you then.
Yeah.
So,
I felt really bad though, because I did like that kid Brandon on JT's team a lot, but he had quit his job. He had fully quit his job to be there. So like, I don't know. That's
that like
brutal.
sucks to go out that way specifically too. Like,
oh my God, dude, like it's so bad.
Was there anything that Mia said that like they didn't include in the edit? Because sometimes I feel like she says a lot of stuff that you remember at least, or like anything that happened that wasn't.
I think they got it for the most part.
Okay.
She was going off. I mean, rightfully so. Like, can you blame? Like, she just got eliminated. He said he would do one thing, he did another. Like, yeah, if I got eliminated that way, you'd probably see me react the exact same way. I'd be like, you slimy mother. Like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, I'd be pissed.
Especially because she should have been the one that was sent up. I really don't think she would have taken the million.
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
There'd be no reason for it to. She already got enough money. But to this, with the captain's bribe, like, there's a lot of talk, and we say it in the games. We're like, yeah, everybody up there turned down $1 million. Did they really? Did they turn it down, or did JT just get there first? Maybe that's a question for the comments on this video. You know, did JT, did the other captains really turn down $1 million, or did JT just get there first? I don't know.
That's a good point. It's actually a really good point.
If that went to 1.5, you know, who's to say somebody wouldn't crack?
Right.
Did he press it right when it got to $1 million, or did it sit at $1 million for a little bit and then he pressed it?
I mean, like, not a millisecond passed.
Okay.
Like, it was like $1 million, bang. Like, he was that quick. It was crazy how fast he got it.
So yeah, he wasn't really indecisive, because in our season it sat. I mean, they had the $1 million sit there for a while before they cut it off, and obviously no one took it in our season. But yeah, that's interesting.
So that is like, you know, they all turned down $1 million, right? Because nobody pressed the button, and it sat there for a while. And Jimmy's begging him. He's like, I need this content. Like, somebody please press it.
Right.
You know, this season it was like, wait, JT pressed the button. Oh my God, he pressed the button. Oh my God.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I don't even know if they've said anything about this. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but like, when we were there, Jimmy told us, he said, yeah, this is going to 1.5. It was going to go to 1.5 million. It was going.
Wow.
And that's
Yeah,
why
'cause I was
Mia was
Dang.
like, "Oh, if you needed money that bad, I would have gave you some, you stupid." You know, she's calling him stupid because he pressed it at 1 million when he could have had 1.5. But like,
Mhm.
I think he was just playing safe. He didn't want somebody else to press it before he got
Right.
his.
Yeah.
Low
Right.
key smart. Low key
Yeah.
smart.
Low key.
It's not. I mean, he's got $1 million,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah, and, like,
Yeah.
odds
I
are
mean,
someone
go.
else would have pressed it, you know? Like, if it kept
Yeah.
bro,
going.
dude, at 1.5.
Yeah, like, come on
Dog.
now.
Right.
What?
And I'm
What?
super interested. Does look like, maybe this was him putting on for the camera. I don't know. But it looks like Nick's about to hit it. Like his hand is on the button. Was that like
Hey, he says he wasn't.
interesting? Okay.
He says he wasn't.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's crazy.
as you watch the season, you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were up there and it went to 1.5 million, would you have hit it?
No.
Okay.
What about if Monica wasn't on your team?
No, I would not hit it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I wouldn't hit it. I would never hit that button.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So kind of like transitioning out of that from here, going into episode 4 and the whole search for the cannonball and the Survivor episode. Obviously, you weren't on the island. Were you upset that you didn't go to the island?
So this was the dumbest thing I ever did.
no.
This is one of my dumbest moments. But yeah, I thought there would be some kind of tactical advantage in not going to the island. I pulled a Patrick, and there was no tactical
Pulled a
advantage
Patrick.
whatsoever.
That's crazy.
Yep. I really did. I really was like, yeah, no, like they're gonna go to that island. Ian's there, and Nick and August are there, and like Ian's just had a bunch of drama with like this squad and everything. And I feel like that squad. I feel like the drama around Ian was like really tense when he went to the island. But yeah, no, like they ended up getting way closer than even the people in the city did. Like they formed like a whole island alliance. Like it was the
Dang.
complete opposite of what I thought was going down. So yeah, no.
Dang.
I didn't even I barely looked for a cannonball. I kind of shuffled
Wow.
around, right? Chandler does this thing on the YouTube channel whenever he's like looking for something. He does this like little shuffle with his feet where he just like kind of scoots them in the sand. I was just scooting around in the sand, you know. And yeah, no, it was a complete fumble for me. And Monica was
Dang.
even bought in on this too. And Monica like found a cannonball. If you look when August finds his cannonball in the basketball, Monica gave him that cannonball. She gave him that basketball. So
wow.
she was like bought in on it too. That cannonball has a value of what, like 200 grand or something, like
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, we had heard that rumor.
Yeah, that Monica gave up her cannonball. And we were like, is it because of Jim? Like she just didn't want to go without Jim or what? So I guess
Yeah, and she
kind of.
definitely would have won the island too. Like I
Oh
think
my
she'd have
gosh,
a really
yeah.
good shot.
Oh yeah,
Like
the get a grip for sure. Oh
hanging
my
on the
gosh.
pole there. Like, are you kidding me? Like she's cooking it. As long as her team wins the relay, as long as she's on the right team, yeah, she'd be really money.
Yeah.
I just don't know which relay she would do. I don't know what event she would do in that relay.
Mm.
I'd want to do the table. That'd be
Oh
me.
yeah.
I think I'd be
And
good.
that's
I'm
like-
good at table games. There.
That's like iconic Survivor. Do you watch Survivor?
No, I don't watch Survivor really.
You should
So
watch
I didn't
Survivor.
have any like missed nostalgia. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's like a plus. Like you're not as
Yeah.
jealous as
Well,
the
I
other
will
people
say,
who were
like,
fans.
That week of staying in the city was like, it was the best. Like, I think that was my favorite week of my entire experience because I was just on Love Island with Monica. Like, we were chilling. We were eating the Starbucks. We were in the pool. Like, it was really like a good week to just like be in the moment and like love. Like, as a MrBeast fan, like being immersed in the city, like it was really sick with nothing to do. So I don't have any real regrets. I don't personally think I would have won the island. Even if I made it to the vote, nobody voted for me. Let's be so for real, guys. Y'all are not voting for me. All right. I understand. I get it. I'm the funny guy. Whatever. You're not going to do it. Fine. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's what I think Ivy would say the same here too. When we had our week break, we were on an island though too, which is kind of elite. when they were competing for the island. So that was like the best week of our lives, though. It was a break from the game, but yet we were still in the game, guaranteed top 50. Like, oh my gosh, we were just on cloud 9 that whole week. And on a super yacht too. That was unreal. Yeah.
And MrBeast and Lil Yachty would pull up. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Lil
that
Yachty.
was crazy.
Yeah.
That was so
why was he
wild.
there?
Don't even ask. I don't know. So random. So random too.
The heck?
So yeah, we do want to talk about your wedding. Obviously, that was like a big thing while they were gone on the island. How was that? Like, how did that even come about? I guess we kind of saw it in the behind the scenes, but we want you to go into it.
People were getting really bored towards the end of the week, and we were just like, yeah, let's just like nobody's ever gotten married in B City, I don't think. Let's just do it. And I think technically it is a common law marriage. We had an ordained minister. We had written vows. Like, we did the whole ceremony with everything. Like, it is technically a common law marriage. I don't know. I made a B in my family law class, but I'm pretty sure that is a common law marriage. So I think we're technically married in 6 states. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was mainly just for fun. Like, we were just like having a good time. Like, we just wanted to I don't know, have a public display of affection. Like, it was fun. It was good.
How did you end up getting like the wedding dress, the suit, all of that?
Production loved the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
Production was going crazy over the wedding. They thought, like, when they didn't show it in the actual show, they were like, this is the best piece of content that no one will ever see. Like, we knew it wasn't making the show. We were like, because there's like no plot relevance, I guess, to it.
Right.
But we thought maybe like, okay, they're on the island. What's going on in the city? Let's have a flashback to the city. What's going on in the city? Pan over to us having this wedding ceremony. What the is going on? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was amazing. It was really cute.
Yeah, I was surprised not to see it in the episode either, because we saw all the pictures coming out on Instagram. We were like, wait, why wasn't this even in the episode? Like, not even a glimpse of it? Like, come on now. But at least it was in the behind the scenes.
1 million views on an Instagram post is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Not a real
wild.
post. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's so wild. Okay, I think we talked about everything, like, episode 4 related wise, which brings us to episode 5. Obviously, a crazy episode.
That's my moment.
Yeah. Let's start off easy, though. Let's start off easy. What was there anything that you asked for in the cube that wasn't shown? Or like, what was everything that you asked for? Maybe that you didn't get either.
They downplay the amount of hazelnut feastables I ordered.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot about that.
I ordered double digits.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I mean, it was diabolical how many of those I ate. Those are really, like, I think those are the best chocolate of all time. Like, that's crazy. I don't know why that's just a limited item. But it was crazy good.
You need a sponsorship.
Yeah.
I do. Yo, they need to send over some feastables, bro, for real.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny. And I remember your line. You were literally like, I could ask for anything, and I'm eating these hazelnut feastable cups right now.
Hazelnut feastable.
I'm sure MrBeast ate that up.
Oh, he loved it. But
was there anything else crazy?
Nah, we kind of just got the bean bags, and we were really just dedicated to like getting to know each other's why. We spent a lot of time talking about why we're there, and that's really where I got to understand JC and his reason for being there. He's been getting death threats. He's been, he's villainized to the max. He's the Beast Games villain. And so I just I don't know, I felt really bad for him. I felt really, really bad for this guy. We're playing a game. At the end of the day, we are playing a game. Yes, it's real people and it's real money, but these are tough decisions that only a few human beings in the world have ever had to make. Only a few human beings ever have been able to get on top of a tower and press a button. Only a few human beings ever have been sitting in front of that much money and been able to say, I'm taking $650 for my family. It's easy when you're watching the show to say, oh, I would have done this or I would have done that. But when you're actually in that position, it's different.
No, 100%.
I felt for him. He made a tough decision. He did it for his family, and he's been paying the consequences of that ever since.
No, I feel like that's a good way to spend your time too, because it also adds on to like the weight of everything. Like, you're not just sitting home a random player sending home like a real person. And like you said, he has such a good why. So that's really cool to hear that that's how y'all spend your time. A little bit more strategy talk right now. So obviously the cubes were a huge part of season 1. So did you and Monika talk at all about the possibility of there being cubes? Like, did you have a plan in case that happened, or was it a surprise?
So they did not hide that very well. There are giant
Okay.
cubes behind a single wall in the city. We all know cubes were coming, but we weren't sure when and how many people would be in each cube. We thought at one point there was only going to be 2 people in a cube. And so that's why when I found out there was 3, I had already my mind prepared that, hey, if it's 2 people, I'm going in there with Monika. And that's it for me. You know? Damn it. But I think, based on her skill in the competitions and what we were playing, I felt like at that time she had a better shot of going forward than me. So I was willing to self-sacrifice in there for her. But when we, when they said it was 3 people, I'm like, okay, bet. Monika, you're not even playing a game. You're not playing a game. And JC, you have that coin. You have that coin. And I want that coin more than anything in the world. And so I told JC, yo, JC, hey, 50-50, man. You and me. Let's go in there. Let's leave Monika out of this. You versus me. Let's go. And he was down with that, which was a hard decision to make. Prior to that, Jeff was standing right next to us, and Jeff is looking at me going, fair game, fair game. And like, I had a feeling Jeff would self-eliminate, but he's looking at me going, fair game, fair game. Like, I don't know. I don't want to take a chance playing a game against that guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's got aura. Like, I'm not I'm not playing a game against a reigning champion. Are you crazy? Like, no way. So yeah, I hit up JC, and I knew he would. He had a great relationship with Monika. He was in our alliance. We were close with him, and he wanted to redeem himself. So I knew he was going to play a fair game. So it was like multiple reasons. I trusted him. I knew he would, and he had that.
Was there anyone else that you considered besides Jeff and JC, or was it always just like maybe between them 2?
It was always between those 2. Yeah, nobody even came to mind.
Did everyone? I mean, I feel like in my head I would avoid you and Monika because I'm like, okay, well the couple's not gonna let me through. Like they're gonna want to go through together. So were people maybe like a more avoidant of you because of that?
Definitely. Yeah, I think, and you even see JT call us out. He's like, yo, you guys are going in there together. You're crazy. What are you doing? But I knew if we were in there together, the worst that could happen is that one of us stays in the game. And that was the way I was playing. I was playing to just keep one of us in at all times. I was trying to keep one.
It's also, I guess, from viewers that like don't know JC personally. Like obviously me and Ivy know JC personally, but I wonder if people expected JC to not play a fair game with you. And I think it was surprising for a lot of people that he was like, okay, Monika's automatically going through. It's just me versus you. Because a lot of people see him as like this villain, he'll do anything for money. And so in a sense, this cube kind of gave him his redemption arc of being like, look, I'm not just here for the money. Like I do have relationships with these people and I'm willing to push this person forward, even if I had to sacrifice my own game. So I think it played out really well so far as what we've seen so far from the cube.
Yeah, I don't see people online talking about the fact that JC played a 50-50 game with me. Like he agreed to play a 50-50, like that's with 5 mil on the line. Like that's insane. So I have the maximum amount of respect a human being could have for another for JC, because he, I don't know how many people there would play a 50-50 game with me. So that's I'm asking for a lot. And in return, I let him pick the game.
Yeah.
I was down to do Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And then Steve-O did it in the celebrity video.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steve-O.
Yeah. Are you glad it came down to a game of chance rather than skill? Or would you have rather done skill?
No. I would have rather done like a Rock'em Sock'em Robots or a Connect 4, but I don't know. JC was all in on chance, and I was just like, you know what? Hey, that's what he picked. It was like it wasn't my first choice. Like a game of chance, not my first choice, but I mean, he's doing the 50-50 game for me, so I at least owe him, that. If he didn't play 50-50 with me, I was gonna order a bunch of stink bombs and snakes to the room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we need 100 snakes and 4 stink bombs.
Oh my gosh.
That was my
How long did it take to do the cards game?
long. I mean,
Really?
we didn't just do one card. You know, Jack, Sue,
Right.
and Tyler, they did one card, did one card, right? Come on. Yeah, that's gonna be I can't wait to see that podcast. That's gonna be crazy. You gotta get him on here, man. That was a crazy play, bro. But it took like 2 hours, man, to get through it. Like we were making it dramatic. Like we wanted a show. We're like, if we're gonna do this crazy 50-50 game of chance, we're doing the whole deck of cards. We're making it this long drawn out thing with Monika putting the scores on the cube. You see her pacing back and forth. She's writing impressive math, by the way. Oh my goodness. She's doing the math on the board. And yeah, we wanted it to be a show. If we're going out, let's make it a spectacle.
There you go.
Couple versus the coin.
Couple versus the coin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a title. What a title. Okay, so like Ava and I have talked about this since we had the cube challenge, and you're really just never in that kind of situation where you can ask for anything. Like that's an absurd situation to be in. So
You
looking
can.
back, is there anything you wish you maybe would have asked for just for fun or just because you could?
You know what? I feel like I am the kind of person who doesn't require a lot to be happy. I'm a very simple guy. Give me some Feastables. I really regret not asking for Starbucks and getting free Starbucks for life.
Yeah.
Definitely regret that. How did I not think of that? That's crazy. I asked for Celsius. I asked for an energy drink.
Yeah.
So but no, even still today, there's loads of things that I'm just like, I guess I regret not asking for McDonald's. Like I hadn't had fast food in a while. Love fast food. Should I ask for like let me get a Whopper from Burger King? Like, oh,
Yeah. Whopper.
that would hit.
There you go. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I was not thinking big enough in the cubes. My
Mm-mm.
cube was pretty chill. Luckily, we left up to chance too. We just pulled a card and whoever had the lowest was out. But yeah, we got like pizza, smoothies, puppies. Like we asked for a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, was not thinking big
A
enough.
milkshake would be good. Maybe I'm asked
Ooh,
for a
yeah.
milkshake. Damn.
Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Junk
Yeah.
food. I would have asked for more junk food.
Okay, wait. Before we move on from cubes, I want your opinion on how other people played too, like with Nick August and Vance. Like, did you think that vote out
Yeah.
was fair?
Bro, Nick and August are Beast Games players, bro. Those are Beast Games players. Those guys are playing the game, dude. They brought Vance in there because I don't even know. I'm just assuming they brought Vance in there because he's the strongest guy. They know he's a huge threat in the competition, and this is their opportunity to get him out. And so when we saw Vance going in there with them, you hear me go, nightmare cube. That's a nightmare for Vance. Okay. Horrible situation for Vance to be in. And he got pushed into doing this vote game. And everybody was like, yeah, obviously we're going to get rid of the 2-time American Ninja Warrior champion. Like, no duh. So yeah, we got rid of him quick. That was very smart on Nick and August's part. Those guys, I'm telling you. And they got him to lower his guard. Like they got him playing basketball and they're doing flips. Like, oh my God. They're game players, bro. They're good at Beast Games. Some guys are just good at Beast Games. The Ian situation, I didn't think was a big deal. He was close with Briley and Tyler. And yeah, he told them one thing on the island and did another. This is Beast Games, bro. That's what happens here. That's what people do here. Not a big deal. Bringing Briley and Tyler, your best friends, into the cube with you so you could self-sacrifice for them, that was very predictable. Jeff self-eliminating, very predictable in my opinion, but I still didn't choose him. I don't know. Maybe I should have, but you'll see the way it plays out. We did it turned out to be a good decision in my opinion. And what other cue with Sue?
Opinion on yeah.
I couldn't do that.
I know, me either.
I don't have the heart for that. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I mean, I had every right to scam JC. Yeah, he's a villain from past season. He's got a lot of money. I had every right to. But I think the way you win is just as important as winning. I don't think the end I'm a true Kantian. I think this is Kant. I don't know. The ends don't justify the means, right? And I wasn't willing to give up my honor, and promising someone a fair game and then going behind their back. I wasn't going to do it. But, to Jack's point, it's Beast Games. Hey, 5 million's on the line, bro. some guys are gonna do whatever it takes to get there. And that you can't say that somebody's a bad person for doing that, you know? But
Yeah.
a
Right.
sweet old lady like Sue.
I know. Yeah. It just
I
sucks that it
know.
was Sue. Like, honestly, no hate to any other
Oh, more
players,
for the
but
Do It
like,
Show.
yeah, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't be as concerned about the move,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's a little low. It's a little low for me. I don't know. It's a little low for me.
And honestly, it was just really surprising coming from Jack. One, because has just been portrayed as this really likable guy, like has a lot of friends in the
Because
city.
he is
and
a
then-
good guy.
Right.
And that was probably
Yeah.
a very difficult thing for him to do. That was him going against the person that he is.
Yeah.
Right.
And
'Cause
it's
he
like,
is an awesome person.
yeah, I agree. I mean, we met him at the watch party too. Like, we love Jack. He's just,
And Sue was there too.
yeah, I know. That's what, yeah, that drives me crazy. I don't know. Well, we're going to talk to Jack in the future, but for now, yeah, that was crazy that they were both there. And assuming that Sue didn't know at all is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
And like, Jack's a huge fan of Survivor. So it's like, no way, like, obviously, yeah, outwit, outlast makes sense, but
Is cheating
To-
outwitting though? I don't know. Like, come on. Like that was kind of like, okay, come on. Like that's not outwitting. Like you just cheated.
yeah, it was just so surprising to me. And then I've seen online, like, a lot of Survivor players are like, F you, Jack, like, F this guy, like, we're on Sue's side. And I would be so
Yeah.
upset if I was Jack just because of how big of a fan I am of Survivor. So,
Yeah.
That's
that'd be
hard to see.
devastating.
yeah.
I'll let him speak for himself, but I'm sure it was a really
Mhm.
tough thing for him to do. I don't think it was
Yeah.
an easy decision for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was just like, I'm sure he had so much panic of, oh my gosh, we're leaving it up to chance. Do I really want to go out on chance? And that's what ultimately led him to do it, especially being locked in there for hours and hours on end, thinking about what's the outcome going to be in this cube? Like, how am I going to make it through? It gets in your head. And I'm sure that's what happened
Yeah.
to him. And he was like, I need to do this. Like, this is the only thing I can do to
Yeah.
ensure I stay in the game.
I would at least pick a game that like I know I'm better at than them. You know, why not get Sue to, play Connect 4 with you? Like, I don't know. Play her in
Yeah.
checker. You're on the smart team, You have skills. You could do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So definitely interested to see how his story arc plays out through the rest of the episodes. But
Me too, because I feel like now there's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
right.
That's so interesting. New villain.
New villain alert.
New villain just dropped.
Yo, new
villain just
villain.
dropped.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I guess that kind of wraps it up for now. Obviously, we're going to want to talk to you again as the game progresses. But as of right now in the game, is there anything that you regret now being able to watch it back so far?
So far, nothing so far. No regrets so far. There is one coming though. There is something I
Oh.
do. And I
Oh.
just can't believe, I try to be a good person. I always try to be a good person.
Okay.
But I think what I sacrificed to be a good person, I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed
Okay.
debatably one of the biggest moments in Beast Games history.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually speechless right now. Like, I don't know what to say. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I wish we could dig into it, but we
Dang.
can't.
I know.
You'll get there.
Can't.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
coming.
We'll get there.
Give it
Oh
a,
gosh.
that's coming. It's something I'm not proud of. It's not
Yeah.
something I'm not proud of, but there's something coming that I could have did.
Oh.
Could have did it. I didn't do it, man. I didn't.
Oh my gosh, that makes me nervous.
That makes me really nervous too.
Just know Jim has a heart. All right,
No.
Jim has a heart.
Okay. Jim has a heart.
Jim has a heart.
Write that down. Write that down.
More than a meme. More than a meme.
Jim's more than a meme. Jim is more than a
More
meme.
than a meme.
y'all.
Well, I guess like following that is there anything you want viewers to understand about your game that maybe we don't see on screen that you want to share?
Understand about my game.
Like, were you more strategic than people see you? Like, as viewers see you, or no?
There were times where I was very strategic. I think a lot of the way. Okay, how about this? When you look at the way I deal with Monika, It's very different than the way I deal with other people. Pay attention to my dynamic with her versus other people. You'll notice,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
it's almost like you're watching two different people. With her, I get deep. I keep it real. And maybe I joke around a little bit, but for the most part with her, I keep it pretty real. But with other people, I try to, I'm more humorous, right? I'm jokey, right? I always wanted people to underestimate me. I wanted people to think, well, there's no point in eliminating Jim. He's losing every challenge. He's, just this jokey, funny guy. Why would we get rid of somebody who is not a threat to us at all in this competition? So I did want people to let their guard down. And I played that card all season long. So pay attention to how I deal with Monika versus how I deal with the other competitors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's cool to hear it from you too, because as a viewer, that's all we're really seeing. You're this funny, humorous
Yeah.
guy right now. You're just the guy in the relationship. Like, where's the threat level here? And so, yep.
Yeah, exactly. There was technique there. There was technique there. I didn't want to be serious with anybody. I didn't want them to know the game that I was playing. I just wanted them to think, oh, Jim is just, And I was having a ton of fun, right? It wasn't like I was playing a character or being fake. Like, I was having fun. Like, I was genuinely like living my MrBeast fanboy, dreams. Like, I was having an amazing time. But like, at the same time, I was playing a game.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, interesting to hear that there was a strategy behind the humor. So I guess since so far that strategy has been working so well for you, is there any advice that you would give to future players or anyone that would like to go on reality TV?
Future players. Wow. Yeah, because future players will watch this. I think what's good advice for somebody signing up for Beast Games? This is the best advice anybody could give somebody. There's going to be a lot of other players will probably give them advice about strategy and alliances and who to be friends with and who to avoid. I think the most important thing is just staying focused and staying calm. A lot of these challenges, I mean, they're going to do some crazy stuff, but if you just focus, if you don't panic and you just focus on what you're doing, you'll be a lot better off. Just lock in. You can do any challenge that MrBeast throws at you. You're capable of doing it. I think I was capable of doing the obstacle course, but towards the end, right, Gloria, she's basically on the V. I jump for it. I panicked. I got to. But I think if you just focus and you just lock in and say, okay, let the thing tilt, jump off of it, go to the next one, right? Hold on to the pole, pull the bag up slowly. Don't jerk around. Just stay calm and stay focused. That's the most important thing. Composure. Think about Tom Brady. He's the best quarterback because he stays calm. He doesn't panic under pressure ever. Be Tom Brady.
Be Tom Brady.
Go.
More
Be
of the
Tom
story.
Brady.
That's my advice.
No, that's great advice because it really is difficult in those type of environments to stay calm, cool, and collected. And it's up to you to be able to do that. There's so many other outside factors, but it's ultimately up to you to calm yourself down and be like, I can do this. Like, you just have to be confident in yourself and you're going to be able to do anything. So I really love that advice.
And also if there's a really pretty girl and she's really good at challenges, wife her up. Wife her.
There you go.
Like,
There you go.
I mean, that's not that crazy. Like, wife her up,
Yeah.
That's your girl. Hey, that's your girl. That's your wife, bro. If there's a really pretty girl that's crushing it, you gotta talk to her.
Take notes, y'all.
That's
Take
your
notes.
wife. That's your wife.
Yeah. It worked for me.
There you go.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
And we're also really excited to talk to Monika. I think we're going to try to do next week. So excited to talk to her, hear her side of the story. And then she's just like, yeah, no, all the relationship was fake. Like, oh my God, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, no, I was playing him the whole time.
I'm still playing him, man.
Yeah, bro. I got him to play a 50-50 game, bro. Like,
yeah. I bet she'll be like, yeah, had him wrapped around my finger. Yeah, it's just.
That's what the viewers want. That's what the people watching the show want.
Yeah,
Right.
literally. Yeah, they want the betrayal
Yeah,
in the relationship. But
Yeah,
hey, we'll
my
see. You never
mindset
know.
was, I could either win or end up with a sugar mama. There's no real losing for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't lose. You can't
You don't
lose right now.
A win is a win.
You know?
A win is a win.
Win is a win.
That's why they call you JIMWINZZ.
Bro, yeah, and let me clear this up. My username is no indication of whether or not I won. I had that username before the show, like way before the show. So yeah,
That's honestly
that is
a
no
good
indication of my
clarification.
bank account. Yeah.
Yeah, glad we had that laid out there. That actually brings me into, obviously I'm going to wrap us out, but do you want to shout out any of your socials or like anything you have coming up that you want the audience to know about?
My socials, JIMWINZZ, JIMWINZZ on everything, every platform, on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, everything. It's all JIMWINZZ all around.
And any closing remarks, final words?
Closing remarks, I had fun on Beast Games. I had fun. It was the greatest experience ever, but I'm 24 years old, and I think life is gonna have a lot more exciting experiences. I didn't want to feel like Beast Games was the end. I think this is just the beginning of something way more exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to see where life takes me, man. If this is where I'm at just after graduating college, imagine what the rest of my life looks like. This is sick.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm stoked.
That's awesome.
I'm stoked about what's to come.
But would you run it back if you were invited on another season of Beast Games?
Obviously.
Well, that brings us to the end of this podcast episode. Thank you so much for listening along with us. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Jim's perspective on his Beast Games journey so far. If you liked the podcast, make sure to like it, make sure to subscribe, and comment down below who you want to see next on the podcast. There's a lot to come with season 2, so stay tuned. But that's it for now.
See ya.